Let's take a look at CXone Mpower quality management from the paradigm of an agent. So within CXone Mpower, you can bring your agents into the quality management experience. I'm going to show you what this looks like if you do from the agent perspective. So everything you'll see, I've had to create the ability for within my form structure or within a quality plan. So if I, within a form, have decided to send to the agent for acknowledgement, to share a score, to potentially offer an appeal, that's everything that's done within a form structure. Whereas if you see something stated as collaborative, that is a type of plan. And what that does is every evaluation that is sent to both an evaluator and the agent itself, so that the agent is brought into the evaluation process and they can score calls as well. Really interesting way to develop your agents and bring them into the experience of understanding what you're looking for as a business. Within CXone Agent, I can get to all of my evaluations without having to go anywhere. It's not the only method. I'll show you another way in a moment, but you'll see I have a notification here. If I click on that, I can see a new evaluation has arrived. In fact, I've had a few over the course of today. So if I click on that, that's going to launch the WEM panel within CXone Agent. So here we can see we had one that was scored and was updated. So if I click on this, that will give me both the interaction and the evaluation itself. And I have the option on this one of acknowledging. So it depends on the type of form as well. Here I've got one that is collaborative and it's waiting on me as well. So if I click on this, that's going to give me both the interaction and the evaluation. I'm going to say yes to that and say yes and add some notes. That's actually a read-only section, it seems. So we'll click submit. And then that is waiting for the evaluator to now review as well. If I go and take a look at another evaluation, see what ones we've got here. This one I scored 3.33. Now, this might be something I want to appeal, but I don't have that option to. For this demo, please ignore the edit button. This is because I'm a super user on the platform. But here, all I have is the option to acknowledge. Whereas for some plans and some forms, I might have the option to appeal. I'm going to see if I can find one of those down here. We've got one that I want to appeal. Not sure why I would appeal here. I've scored 100%. I don't think I'm worthy. That will go back to the evaluator or another user, depending on what's set up in the form. The beauty about all of this is you can see as an agent here, I have a grasp on how I've scored, what I need to acknowledge, what I need to work on without having to leave the CXone agent experience. In fact, I've stayed on available here, but you might want to potentially have a evaluating or quality management unavailable code. I can see here as well instances where I have had a collaborative evaluation. I'm going to pick on this one where the evaluator, our say supervisor or QA team, have scored me lower than I have. And you'll see straight away I've got mismatched answers. So here I can see what's gone on, which means in a situation where we are doing a quality review or some coaching, potentially this is our first point of talking, because I can see that I believe I've done something, they believe something else. We can put further context into this, put note sections as well, but it gives you an idea of the level that you can go to here with QM. So that's one method. That's the easiest way for an agent to get to their quality management, because realistically within CXone Agent already. However, it's not the only way. So if I go to my zone and then go to evaluations, as an agent, you won't generally see all of these different icons. Again, it's because I'm a global admin, but you'll notice this is exactly the same as what we saw previously. So I can just launch these. I've got this one to acknowledge. I can just acknowledge that and it goes away. Other things we could do as an agent I have the option for self-assessment. So potentially here, what we're going to do is send self-assessment to our agents. So right now I'm just diving into the administrator role first. I'm going to look for an interaction that took place, and I'm going to send this to self-assessment to Chris Holt using this form. That will then arrive with me back in CXone Agent. Click here, we have a self evaluation, and we also saw an appeal there that took place. Okay, so we had the notification there. Obviously, I've got quite a lot of evaluations here. So what I'm going to do is just use my filter, and I am going to click on new. If I click on new, then I can see I've got some from a test set up there, but I can see I've got my self-assessment. So again, it brings me the interaction for me to review and gives me the option of saying, yeah, I was positive. Yeah, I did this. It was a new sale. Yeah, I did that. I'm just going to say yes to everything. Yeah, positive, although no negative. We'll say I was great. So there you have it. That's the agent experience within CXone Mpower Quality Management. Thank you very much for joining us.